My queen, you're back early. How'd the audience go? That bad, huh? And what is that? Tomatoes? They dare attack you? My queen, tell me who they were and I'll... You don't want me to? I know they're your beloved subjects and all, but they can't just attack you without consequences. Yes, I know. I know. You don't want to be that kind of ruler to punish your people for every little minor thing. And that's exactly why they love you. But listen, and forgive my bluntness, my queen. If you're going to let them get away with everything, they won't know where the line is drawn. My apologies, Your Highness. You know, I'm only looking out for you. Or, at least I hope you know that. I am the knight responsible for your personal safety, after all. Which is why I really don't like the idea of you going out there to address them by yourself. I still think it's a bad idea. After all, look what happened. You're covered in rotten vegetables, for goodness sake. Let me call one of your ladies in waiting. Get you washed up and changed and all that. No? Why not? Surely you don't intend on walking around with that stained dress for the rest of the day. Oh no. No, look here. There's no need to cry. It's just a dress. I'm sorry if I was being harsh. Please don't cry. What's that? Your fault. No, Your Highness, no. None of this is your fault. Oh, they'll be sorry when I find out who they are. Look at her. She's in tears. I've never seen her cry over a dress before. Something else must have happened too. I just don't know what it is. Pardon me, my queen? What was that? You're not crying over your dress? Well, what else happened? Are you hurt anywhere? Did they hurt you? No. What are those tears for, then? You can tell me. I'm here for you, even if I'm just a guard with a fancy title. You think this entire situation is your fault? What? I'm shocked, my queen. I don't know what to say. How in the world could you think such a thing? You are by far the most suitable person to lead these people. Don't ever doubt that. Sure, we're in a bad spot right now, and the country's not doing so terribly good, but that doesn't make you a bad leader. Quite the opposite, if I may speak my mind. You kept the country afloat up until now, and anyone who doesn't realize the tremendous work you put in, I mean, all those sleepless nights you spent searching for answers, is a fool. No, my queen. Please don't blame yourself for the situation we're in right now. The people know you've been doing your best. They understand where your decision is coming from. Come on, dry those tears. Let me see that beautiful smile of yours. The kind that won you the heart of this country. There we go. Now let's hear. What did your advisors say? What about the general? He's always been a bit on the gruff side, hasn't he? Ever so loyal to your father, but never quite on the same level with you, if I'm allowed to say so myself. Did he speak against you? Why, of course he did. That man wouldn't be able to tell a good decision from a bad one if it stared at him in the eye. Your Highness, I simply don't understand why you haven't set him on his way and got another general. All he ever does is criticize your plans to make himself look superior. To surround yourself with people with the same mind would make you weak? He makes you consider different viewpoints as well? Well, I mean, you're right, of course, my queen. But the way he was about it, I wouldn't be surprised if he was the one causing all the turmoil that's befallen these lands. Who does he think he's speaking to? You're his queen, after all, and a great woman at that. Even better than your father, in my opinion. Forgive me, my queen. I spoke out of turn. Your father was a great king in his own right, who ruled this country in a way that he saw best. Let's just say there were some aspects of him that didn't, and still don't sit well with me. What? Which ones? Are you sure you want me to say? I don't wish to offend you by speaking my mind. What? No, not because I think it would end me in the gallows. I am well aware that you're not the old king, your highness. Your heart is too good for that. Well, if you insist, your wish is my command after all. How do I put this, though? In a somewhat nice way. Your father, he had a habit of... How do I put it? Disposing of whoever didn't agree with him. And he was always so busy with his work that he barely even spared a glance at his family. I mean, who does that? Especially towards his own child. Pardon me for saying so, but your father was a cold and cruel man in many ways. The sun has gone down, huh? And the stars are out. Look at them shine. Are you sure you want me to keep the balcony doors open? Oh. You close them for yourself if it gets too cold? Alright. I suppose it's up to you. Might I ask that at least you don't let them stay open for too long? It's not exactly summer anymore, and the temperature isn't as forgiving as it was. I don't want you to become ill and have to remain bedridden. You can certainly do with some more rest after all these sleepless nights you've pulled. Am I lecturing you? No, my queen. Or at least, I don't mean to. Your health and well-being is my top priority, that's all. It'd pain me to see you suffer in any way. You don't need to thank me, my queen. I'm sure any other guard here in the castle would say the same. Oh, but I'm keeping you awake when you're already exhausted. That yawn right there was the biggest I've ever seen. And I'm kind of counting on you to be too tired to be offended by that. Good evening then, my queen. I'll be right outside the door here if you need anything. All night long. As always. If the general comes by, or anything else for that matter, I'll tell them we've already retired for the night and can't be bothered until tomorrow. I wish you a good rest, Your Majesty. Good night. I was visiting one of the marketplaces yesterday. The one that has a lot of merchants from different regions. You know of it, I'm sure. There was a merchant from the southeast there. He was selling some products that he brought from his homeland. I think it was called glass. Have you heard of it? No? Neither had I. It was as thin as paper, very fragile, but one of the inns around the marketplace had allowed him to showcase it on their property. It's absolutely amazing. He covered their windows with it, and would you know it, you could still see outside. If you like, I would love to accompany you there someday. I think you would find it fascinating. But how was your day, my queen? Yesterday was my day off duty, but generous as you are giving me time off every now and then, you're still working away at all those council meetings and the workload they give you. So, did anything happen while I was gone? That moody general actually agreed with you for once? What? Is the world ending by any chance? Allow me to make sure that the sky isn't falling down on us. It's the least I'm obligated to do as your personal guard. But tell me, my queen, what did the general step down from his mighty pedestal to agree with you on? Oh, you're putting more funds towards the army. I see. That, if anything, must have made him a very happy man. Well, I'm glad he and you seem to be moving to more friendly grounds, if only on his terms for now. You're a good ruler, and I'm sure he'll recognize that eventually. Wait, what was that just now? It's coming from the corridor just ahead. My queen, this way. I have a bad feeling about this. There aren't supposed to be any troop movement through this part of the castle today. Come right this way. May I request that you hide away in this room for a little while, just so I can investigate what's going on? You will? Thank you, my queen. Hello there, fellas. What are all you doing hanging around these parts of the castle, eh? I haven't heard of any patrols moving through here today. What was that now? Put my sword down? What? No, I don't think I will. What of it? You're hardly in any position to be ordering me around recruits. Know your place and state what you're doing around these parts at this time of the day, against any postings. Heading towards the training fields? Well, I'm sorry to tell you, newbies, the fields are in the opposite direction. Surely your commander in charge would have shown you around already. Huh. I'm taking up your time? Mind your words, recruits. I'm ordering you to move your squad along right now, wherever you are headed. Go on. You... Excuse me? Is this a joke? A coup of the castle? And you're going to take the current queen down? If you take that back right now, I will only bring you to the head commander and have you explain yourselves. Oh, all right now. Put that sword down and tell your squad to follow your lead. No. You're all willingly committing treason? Fine. I will play along with this charade of yours. Oh, all right now. Put that sword down and tell your squad to follow your lead. No? You're all willingly committing treason? Fine. I will play along with this charade of yours. Just stop pointing that sword at my chest. No one needs to get hurt here. Tell me where to go, and I'll do it. I can show you the way to the council if that's what you want. That's not? Then where were you headed? Surely you couldn't have tried to go for any kind of stealthy approach with that heap of armor you've thrown on. I could hear you from miles away. Not very... Alright. I'll be quiet. It's a habit. Throne room is right down to the corridor to the left. Though, I must say, I'd be surprised if you managed to get through the guards at the entrance. You do match the image of recruits. Still green behind the ears, are you? Alright, I'll move. Where to? I suppose I'm not needed anymore. You haven't put those swords to use yet. So, I assume you're not looking to kill everyone in your way. Not good, not good, not good. If I'm not mistaken, and I'm not, that's the room I told Her Majesty to stay hidden in. I can't let them find her. Who knows what they would do? They don't seem too hostile. But then again, they don't know who I am or who I serve either. I better... sorry. My bad, fellas. The floor is a bit bad here if you didn't notice. Right, well, I'll just get up slowly. No need to point those swords at me. There we go. See? No tricks or conspiracies here. We're all right. No we? Okay. No we. This door then? No, I'm not completely sure what this is. Some sort of leftover room. Broom closet, maybe? I rarely get stationed here, to be honest with you. It's... Oh, ow, ouch. Door sure does pack a punch, huh? Well, let's see where we're at. Hopefully this is the right room. Your Majesty, Your Highness, my Queen. If you're in here, it's all right now. You can come out from wherever you're hiding. Let me just get you up from this cold, dusty floor. Here we go. Perfect. And there you are, my Queen. Are you all right? No one came into this room before me, right? And you're worried about me. Of course you are. As kind and charming as ever. Well, there's no need to worry. I'm fine. Just a couple of bruises and scratches. These brutes sure have a knack for pushing people around. Which is why I'm glad that they don't seem to have searched this room beforehand. Now, we need to figure out a plan. A way to get out of this part of the castle. Find the guard captain, and organize some sort of counterattack. Let's see. Sorry, Your Highness? What was that? The service tunnels. Now this is why you're the Queen. Of course we can use the service tunnels. Hopefully there's an entrance from this room. Shh! I'm sorry, my Queen. But someone's heading this way. You can hear that echoing clang in the footsteps in the hallway, can't you? Someplace to hide, someplace to hide. No, not for me. For you, Your Highness. For you. This closet should be fine. Here. You're back so soon. Well, colored me impressed. That didn't take you long at all. The poor guards didn't stand a chance against you recruits, did they? Green not so much anymore, huh? What? The person you saw me hiding in the closet? Well, she's a childhood friend. It makes sense that I'd hide her from brutes like yourselves, doesn't it? Oh, that? No. The crown on her head doesn't mean anything. Not... No. No. I'm not leaving her. No way. Over my dead body. And I assure you that I don't go around dying very easily. Your Highness, my Queen, go! Run for the guard cap! Oh no, you don't, traitor. They'll know what to do. On my honor as your personal guard, I will hold them off as long as I can. Now run, Your Highness, run! Where is she? Where is she? She should be here by now. What kind of unnecessarily long scenic route did they take? There you are. Are you okay? After staying by your side every hour of the day, not seeing you for 3 entire days has been absolutely miserable. Let's have a look at you. No bruises, no tears. No, you look completely fine. That's a relief. You don't know how worried. Oh, oh no, Your Highness. I assure you, there's no need to worry about me. That scuffle you saw last time? They didn't leave a single scratch, I promise. But it's such a relief to be reunited with you again. These past 3 days have been so hectic that I barely had a second to spare. And when I did, you filled my thoughts every single time. Oh, but you must be eager to return to your duties, I'm sure. Here, Your Highness. Please allow me to guide you to your seat. You do have a certain worn-out look about you. I would know, having stayed by your side all those nights you had to work through, because your advisors wouldn't do their actual job. Here, grab my arm. No, I must apologize, Your Highness. But I insist that you take the seat instead. I'm aware that this must come across as unusual to you. But I give you my word that you will get your explanation in but moments. Gentlemen, if you please, let this meeting commence right away. We have much to sort out after this time of disorganization. I'd like to begin this meeting by expressing my gratitude to those whose invaluable aid has been lent to this noble cause. It is thanks to you that we all stand here now today. Now, if we move on to more urgent matters, I'd like to introduce the person sitting next to me. You are familiar with her, I'm sure. You have known her as your queen, your ruler, the one who took care of each and every one of you, of us. And you will still know her as such. You will address her as such, and you will respect her as your queen. However, you will know me as your king. Let me be clear, this is not a declaration of marriage. This is not a usurpation of the throne. But let it be known that this land will be led by 2 people from now on. That'll be all for now. You are dismissed. Now, Your Highness, you must have many questions. I'm very aware. I wouldn't be surprised if you thought of this as a betrayal. I can see it in your eyes. Those storming emotions you're just waiting to let out as soon as we're out of the public eye. Let me assure you, though, that I have no ill intent with any of these actions. Let us talk in here. This should be privacy enough. You're angry. Yes, I admit, I definitely deserve that. But watch your hands. My armor will leave such an ugly bruise on them if you keep hitting against it like that. Please, Your Highness. It would pain me to see you hurt in any way, even if it's by your own doing. Which brings me to the actual point we need to address. This, whatever you'd like to call it. Usurpation? No. I wouldn't call it such a negative thing. I'm not robbing you of the throne. After all, I've seen how the state of this country has affected you. Your body, your mind, your everything. I haven't seen an honest smile on that face of yours for much too long, and that absolutely kills me. That shining personality that everyone fell in love with seemed to seep away with every turn the land took for the worse. These past months, you've been so stressed out that I've barely been able to recognize you. It may not be the subtlest way of showing it, but this is my way of supporting you, Your Highness. I want to take on part of that responsibility that weighs so heavily on your shoulders. to give you a chance to breathe and find your way back to that radiant sun you were. There's nothing more I want to do than to stay by your side and help you bring this country back to the flourishing center of commerce, beautiful scenes of culture, and prosperous home that has been to so many of your people, our people. What are you going to do from now on? Your Highness, you're still the Queen. I have no intentions of making you anything less than who you grew up to become. You will rule the same as before, make the same decisions as you would have. Only now, you won't have to stand alone. You will remain that steadfast, strong woman that you have proven again and again to be. And I? Why, I'll be your supporting pillar, especially during those council meetings that you always dread going to. You were a lone sparrow, struggling in the restless winds of a storm you didn't choose to dive into. Those advisors saw a young woman fighting to satisfy the demands of everyone, someone they can throw their weight around with, bully into giving them advantages no sane person would agree to. And you did a wonderful job, Your Highness. I'm sorry to say this, however, because I did go behind your back to do this, but I replaced every single one of them. They had grown complacent with their duties, drunk on greediness that steered their actions. We will not have corrupt advisors guide our decisions. There's far too much at stake if we're to revive this land. Your Highness, are you crying? No. There's no need to. You were scared? I'm sorry, Your Highness. I was scared too. This was a reckless, dangerous plan. There was so much that could go wrong. But I had to go through with it. It wasn't meant to happen unless the country was on the verge of falling into ruin. However, that general you asked me to keep an eye on? Yes, one of your late father's men. He forced me to act sooner than I would have liked. You see, he was planning on taking your castle, dethroning you, throwing you out of the castle to the wolves. I couldn't have let that bastard do that to you, so I had to stop him. It's no excuse for betraying your trust in this way, but I don't want you to think that I did this for some selfish reason, like power or greed. Well, yes. Of course I do have more power now than I did as your personal guard. You have all the makings of a ruler while I don't. Not yet. So, I will learn by your side. I'm sure that it'll take time for me to regain your trust, Your Highness. How long, I do not know, but eventually, I hope we'll be able to work together again to achieve those wonderful dreams you have. Very well, Your Highness. I will take my leave. You must have a lot to think through. You have my word, if you can still find yourself to trust it, that no one will treat you like anything but the ruler you are. We will save this land. Together.